Ah, yeah, you can. uh, these comedy clubs are open up all over, and some of them, your workplaces really didn't deserve to have comedy. There goes my ride. I know. Who's that? That was an old stock line. I was just going to do that stock line for. There goes my ride. Right. So some of these places didn't. Here's one that actually there was a place in Beaumont, Texas. Beaumont, Texas. I was in Houston working with a bunch of comics there. Sam Kennison was there at the time, and he was working out there, and Bill Hicks was working. He was young Bill Hicks, and they said, "You got a one-nighter over at Beaumont. Go to Beaumont. Go to a one-nighter. It's a couple hours away from Houston." So I go over there first night. I'm watching the show, and I go on stage the first night. I start doing my act, and I'm doing my act for a few minutes, and a guy sitting right down front, big cowboy hat, just goes, "Do some nigger jokes." And I was like, whoa. Now, it's not like I never heard the word before, man. But this was like in public in a comedy club, and I was like a little bit stunned. But I had this joke kind of in my pocket, a response. I said, look, I don't do any racial material. I think people should make fun of their own kind. Let black people make fun of black people, people make fun of Jewish people. That's why I make fun of assholes. Try to get out, right? Try to make a little self-deprecation, slide on by. I start doing material. He goes, no, man, do some nigger jokes. And I was like, he was now accused me of not coming prepared, like I hadn't brought the right material. And so I start pounding on him, man. And I mean, a comic, we have the microphone, we have the lights, we have the material. So I start running him down. I started calling him Yosemite Sam and making fun of him. And a girl he was with just left. And then eventually he left. And I did the show, and I felt great. And I come off the stage, and I go, I'm going to go into the bar. And the club owner grabs me. He goes, come here, man. Let me take you in the kitchen. I go, what do you mean in the kitchen? I'll get you whatever you want to drink. I said, no, I want to go in the bar. Nah, you can't go in the bar. That old boy you're making fun of, he's out front waving a gun, says he's going to shoot you. I get one more violation, I lose my liquor license. Yeah, so maybe I can tell you the postscript of that story. The postscript of that story? Yeah. So I got drunk, and I woke shocking. And I didn't have any cocaine, so I was in a blackout. And I woke up in a trailer someplace way out of town with this woman who apparently was the bartender. And I needed to get I'd missed my flight, so I said, I got to get to the airport. She goes, well, my boyfriend has my car. And I said, boyfriend? I said, I got to get out of here. She goes, well, I'll get my ex-boyfriend to give you a ride. So she calls up this guy, and I'm sitting there hungover, smoking a cigarette, waiting in his trailer where she's yelling, going, if you want a shot at me ever again, you better come over here and get this guy out of here and take him to the airport. So this guy shows up in a pickup truck. I get in the pickup truck, and it was like the worst drive in the world, man. He's just silently just grinding his teeth, driving me to like 40 miles to the airport, man. And I'm just smoking a cigarette, hoping I don't end up in a chemical dump,